Hello everybody! I have wonderful news for you. I am just one turn away from finishing the entire Epirus campaign. Yep, that's right. After my last episode, which I captured the province of Hercynia, I stopped recording every move I made and just focused on completing the campaign. After a few all-nighters, as you can see, I managed to, well, pretty much conquer everything I needed. Amazing, I know. And of course, I am not the type of person who gives up halfway. Once I start a campaign, I conclude it. And well, I just want to give you guys the proof that yes, I did not abandon my Epirus campaign, and well, and I also, of course, appreciate all of you guys who watched my Epirus campaign. I am sorry that I did not record everything up until this moment, but it was pretty mundane by now. I mean, by the 30th odd episode, you guys probably would have guessed like how each individual battles have happened, like, how I defend my town, and etc. etc. Basically, I spammed a lot of pikemen and ballistas and got to where I am right now. And well, let's end the turn without further ado and see how well the game ends. Yep, Egypt's back, guys. The Egypt that always gets destroyed and then, you know, brings back to life, and I don't know. It just keeps coming back to life. Egypt is my client state, though.
We ask only a little. Turn your mighty fist against this most
It's Armenia, my old ally. Armenia got kicked out of its own settlement by the rebels, but it seems they found a new home in the province of Scythia, and they want me to join war against Horde of the Steppe, who hates my guts, so sure, why not? Alright. Yeah, there are still quite a lot of factions left. Since I aimed for a cultural victory rather than military one, I didn't exactly conquer as much province. Like conquering 140 province, that's a lot. That's too much. Cultural victory took also a long time, but it was, in my opinion, easier than easier than cultural condition. I mean, cultural is easier than military condition. If I spammed financial buildings, I'm sure they. Oh, here we go. My Epirus hoplines.
Hold steady, lads! Hold! Attack!
Alright. So that's it. The campaign was won by 153 BC, or the 120th turn. Right here, current turn. Yep. There it is. Anyway, I'm just glad that the end campaign had a movie scene, not just the screen, but actually a CGI movie. That's good. That's what I like to see. It's a shame that Creative Assembly didn't include any agent assassination and all that other movies. It was so awesome in Medieval too. And of course in Shogun too, like all those agent assassination scenes were awesome. But anyway, I'm just glad that I get to see my Epirus troops kick the Roman butt one last time. Well, what can I say? Let me just give you a quick review of what this is. I'm currently holding 105 settlements. That's 35 less than a military victory condition. Conquering 35 more settlements would not be that hard, but it would be so long. I'm just glad I went with the cultural victory condition. I will show you guys the exact conditions later, but okay. Settlements captured, settlements lost. I have 52 provinces. Building, constructor, technology, research, civil technology, military technologies. The cultural victory condition required 30 technologies to be researched. So as you can see, this requirement was one of the last requirement I did. Okay, unique resources held 9. I'm holding all the resources now. Of about 100 different factions, I encountered 69 of them. Well, actually, no. I think I encountered all of them. Yeah, I think I encountered all of them. Maybe some got destroyed before I encountered them. That's true. Anyway, current wars. I have 27 current wars. Current trade agreements 39. Economy, blah blah blah. Of course, tax was my biggest money earner, and then trade. I didn't loot much. I only looted one settlement. That's it. I don't like looting settlements. So enough with cash. Here's my force. I have 23 forces currently. Lost a few of them. 8 fleets. I recruited 44 generals, but lost 23 of them, mostly due to agent actions. I do not think I lost the general in battle. Nope. Okay. Wow, I destroyed almost 3,000 units. That's big. That's really big. But I lost also almost 80 units. Well, mostly garrison militia when they got overrun by enemy's elite units. Conflicts, total battles fought 300, which means on average each battle I had I destroyed 10 units, 10 full units. That's half a stack. Battles fought personally, I believe yeah, as you can see, I auto-resolved slightly more than personal battles, but yeah, land battles, naval battles, ambush battles, port battles, settlement battles is the most, because, well, enemy was attacking me left and right. Those Seleucids and the satraps gave me a really hard time. Okay, total victories 304, 301, total defeats 4. Oh well, as you can see, the enemy AI tried its best, but it was simply no match with me and my reload button. Of course, I only reloaded just a few battles, not that much. So, and those defeats were all, what you can call it, settlement defeats, which means enemy overran my settlement, usually through overwhelming number of soldiers. I lost so far only one field battle, but I reloaded it, because I was busy trying to finish the campaign. Heroic victories, 34, battle captives, enslaved, executed, released. Wow, this is a surprise! I actually released more prisoners than I executed or enslaved. Yep, as you can see, I looted only one settlement. I did not raise or sack any settlement. Occupied pretty much all of them. Agents, total agent recruited 24, champions recruited, dignitaries. I really didn't recruit that much dignitaries, but yeah, Total agent actions. I use my agents a lot, mostly to assassinate the enemy agents or manipulate them to join my side, but sometimes they save my skin by stopping or slowing enemy army as well. So, yep. Total agents assassinate 68, I assassinate 22 champion, 24 dignitaries and 20 spies. Alright. So, that's that. Now, let me show you something good. Oh wait. Wounded faction destroyed. Mission successful. Cultural victory. Alright. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Here's my Imperium bar. It's full. Military allies: Pergamon, Gyria, Helveti, and Galatia. Defensive allies, well, 8 of them. At war with 1 to 5, 13 guys, but I have a lot of trade partners. Like, once you get to a certain amount of strength, the enemy AI will beg for trades. So, and I have Egypt as my client state, and Egypt so far did not betray me and actually helped me out with war against Muscat. So, client state for me had been helpful somewhat. Alright. Well, let's see. Objectives. I finished it. Ultimate objective. As you can see, the cultural victory button has grayed out. But I'll show you guys anyway what my cultural condition was. I had to build the Temple of Dodona. Oracle of Dodona. It was actually in this settlement, Lufurdum. Here we go. Oracle of Dodona. It's a Swabi hometown, I believe. I can't believe that I managed to build it all the way over here, not in my hometown back in Greece. So this gives 28 public order per turn, 200 wealth from culture, plus 2 Hellenic cultural influence all region, which is awesome for spreading your culture and getting earlier cultural victory conditions. But I built it relatively late, because I didn't realize that you have to research text to upgrade your cities first, and also text to upgrade your shrines. Yep, it also gives 50% wealth from culture buildings, plus 6 public order, and it has 2 Thuria spears for garrison, which is awesome. Of course, I needed to capture 6 settlements, 3 I believe located here. Macedonia, then let's see, Hellas, and what else? I have to capture Italy. Oh, and I had to capture Magna Graecia, then had to capture Libya, as well as the last one I captured was here, Hercynia. There it is. Girls. Now let me show you guys, tell you guys, how did I manage to do cultural victory. Of course, conquering is the most obvious thing, but there are certain shortcuts I took. Basically, I made a map that showed me a cluster of region that is close to each other, right next to each other, so they'll be able to support each other, but is spread out in many different provinces. Well, let me just show you what this is about. For example, here, this is the region. As you can see, there's only 3 settlements here I captured in the lower Spain, but it includes 3 different provinces: Carthagensis, Baetica, and Lusitania. All I had to do was to just capture one of each province, one settlement of each province, and spam my cultural building, so I'll be able to get the cultural victory condition, which is I must hold at least one settlement in which my culture is dominant in that province. So as you can see, even though I captured only 1 out of 3 of Carthagenenses, I managed to achieve it counted toward my victory condition. Because, where is it? Here we go. There we go. It has 100% Hellenic, 100% Hellenic culture. And here, Kaktuba is, see, 100%. Ibora, see, 100%. Well, that's it. That way you don't have to capture every single settlement, and it makes things easier. For example, check this out. See? These 4 settlements, they are very close together, but by only capturing these 4 settlements, I managed to have a Greek dominant culture in Germania Minor, Belgica, Celtica, and Aquitania. And of course here, Britannia. See, like this. That's how you do it. I did not know early on. That's why my earlier conquests were such a blob of a mess. But after I realized it, I spread it up, as you can see. Here, Armenia, Caucasia, Ponta Caspia, and Bosporus. Just 1 settlement each, and that's it. And yep, that's how I did it. Like here, Parthia, Media Magna, Persis, just 1 settlement, enough. That's enough. And well, that's how one should have done it. If I do it again, I'll be able to do it much faster. That much for sure. Now, how to spam your culture? Well, that's quite easy. All you have to do is to spam. Once you capture a settlement, just spam these buildings. Here, the Shrine of Zeus and Sacred Grove. As you can see, the Shrine of Zeus gives +3 to Hellenic, +3 to Hellenic cultural influence, and Sacred Groves give +2 to Hellenic cultural influence. And all you have to do is just upgrade them, so it'll be +5 to Hellenic culture influence, and then upgrade again. Grove Nymphs, +3 to Hellenic culture influence. Plus they give good public order, and that's very good. Just almost each settlement, especially if they are walled settlements. I try to capture walled settlements because, well, they're easier to defend, as you can see. Or here, walled settlement. Well, this is not walled settlement, but here, walled settlement and walled settlement. That's how you do it. It's much easier to defend. Back to Kath. Here we go. And if it's not a walled settlement, then my suggestion would be, for example, let's see, where is this? Amul. You have to upgrade, you have to build the Holosideros barracks, and then a shrine here. Because it's already a dominant culture, I don't need to build a shrine here anymore. But if you just capture a unwalled settlement with no wall, just build a Holosideros barracks and then Temple of Zeus. Why? Because Temple of Zeus provides levy pikemen, and for free garrison. Holosideros barracks also provide free levy pikemen as garrison, and those levy pikemen, they're just awesome at defense. Countless times I faced multiple stack of enemies trying to capture my empty settlement, but beaten back by my levy pikemen, because face it, in the street fight, levy pikemen are, well, pikemen in general are unbeatable from the front. My pikemen got hundreds and hundreds of kills. It's not even funny. Only in some extreme cases where the enemy also brought good quality pikemen that I lost my settlement. Anyway, that's how I did it. Just spam, once you capture a settlement, spam Grove of the Nymphs, Temple of Zeus, just level them up at level 3, and after a few turns, voila, you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to turn it to your own culture. And of course, agents help a lot. For example, let's see, where is it? Where is it? Hold on, let me locate my agents. Here we go. There we go. Eudokia. Like, for example, noblewoman, she has this, as you can see, she has this bonus that is 10.85 cultural influence. The way I did that was to upgrade this skill, philosophy. Philosophy gives 3 and 6, and as level 3 plus 9 cultural conversion. This is awesome, and it's a passive action. All you have to do is just, you don't even have to click on anything like administration to do it. It's just once your agent is there, she passively increases your cultural influence. That means she can do agent actions while giving off the passive bonus, which is awesome. And I hope you guys keep that in mind. I'm going to keep that in mind for sure. So, alright. One thing I want to tell you guys about trying to convert the province to your own culture. As I said, just one settlement per province, capturing one settlement per province is enough to usually capture it, but sometimes you can't do it because, like, for example, certain provinces have a lot of settlements, such as here, Mauritania. As you can see, it has 4 settlements, and 3 of them are desert culture, and only 1 of them is my own Greek culture. And what happens when you have a lot of settlements in one province is that, well, they tend to override any cultural conversion attempt you're having. As you can see here, this Eol, the settlement is 100% desert nomadic. Even though I have 2 shrines here, Temple of Zeus and Shrine of Poseidon. Well, to be fair, Shrine of Poseidon doesn't give any cultural bonus, but at least Temple of Zeus should give +5 Hellenic cultural influence, but it's still 100% because there are 3 settlements, 3 times your number of settlements that has religious building, which gives off desert nomadic culture, and it just overrides any attempt that you're making. On the other hand, for example, like this, Lusitania, it has only 2 settlements per province, so if you convert one of them, build the conversion building in one of them, you can easily convert them to your own culture, because there's only 1 other settlement with different culture. I hope you guys get my meaning. So look at this, Katurba. See, just 2. Oh well, this one's really hard, Kartradast. But I managed to do it thanks to my agent's action. Alright. Of course, when you capture what I call fellow Greek cultures, such as like from the Seleucids, it's very easy because they are very easy for cultural victory because they are already Greek. They already have Greek culture. So fighting the Seleucids, although it was hard, it was definitely worth it, because it made my achieving Greek culture very, very effective, fast. And of course, the Greek culture also requires you to research 30 techs. I researched, let's see, in management, I researched until supply reforms for ammunition, and I didn't really research tactical drills and tactics, because I really didn't feel like I needed that upgrades. Greek units are all good, like even without upgrades, especially pikemen. Pikemen just steamrolls over anything else at the moment, so, and they're available from level 2 barracks, so you don't really need, and you don't need that much tech to get to level 2 barracks. Yep. See, just this, your first tech organized supplies gives you level 2 barracks, so that's it. So easy with the Greeks. On siege, I had to go pretty long way to get improved defensive artillery because it enables the Temple of Zeus Panhellenes, which enables me to further upgrade it to build the Oracle of Dodona. I did not know about it first, so I wasted a lot of time researching something else. So, but now I know, and now you know. As for civil technologies, I researched them purely because the earlier ones are done in very fast, like usually 1 turn, 2 turns, so I can get to my 30 tech requirement easier. As you can see, I just researched the early ones, very early ones. And here I actually went pretty long way to have this, because it gives this chain of philosophy, the lower chain, gives from level 3 onwards, it gives public order bonus for all provinces, like here, +2 to public order, +3 to public order, and +4 to public order. And I believe they all stack, so in the end I'll get +9 to public order. And it gives also 15% corruption in my provinces, which means more money. And it's an awesome economy tree. I would highly suggest you guys to research this tree if you want to go for a long economy tree. Yeah, you should definitely do this. Here I just, you know, temple design. I had to get to these. I had to get these 2 trees in construction because I need my level 3 town and level 4 town in order to get build this Oracle of Dodona. Actually, level 4 town wasn't necessary. As you can see, it's just level 3 town. But I had to get this level 3 town. Anyway, so that's how it's done, I suppose. Let me just show you my forces. Where is it? Forces. You guys know probably all of them. Some of them have been with you since forever. For example, this force. The Shattered Dreams. I've had it since, holy cow, I don't know. Had it since forever. Founded by, 274 BC. It was right when the game started. Actually, 2 years before the game started. Founded by Epirus. Yep, still alive. Shattered Dreams. And let's see. You guys know the Vainglories. These guys were founded by Eusebius, one of my more famous generals in 272 BC, right at the start of the game. Location Larissa. See? And although the general's dead, the unit lives on. And as you can see, they're pretty damn powerful. Buttloads of silver and gold chevrons. I should call them the Silver Army. And yeah, as you can see, it's pretty good. And what else? Fool's Errand, yes, my Fool's Errand. Another very storied army. As you can see, gold ranked ballistas and silver ranked slingers. These guys were helping me conquer Macedonia and Hellas from the beginning of the game. And then I managed to recruit these badasses, pikemen and hoplites, later on. But these guys were the original members of my crew. Such nice nostalgia, you know. Anyway, it's awesome. So, let me just show you the battle map. Here we go. This is how it's done. How I did it, like how many settlements I conquered. From Ethiopia to Axum from the south to Eldon from Caledonia to the north. From Ibora of Lusitania to Maracanda of Transoxania. Well, might not be very clear who's who in this kind of battle map, so let me just show it like here. Diplomatic status. Everything you see in yellow is my territory. Yellow is my territory. Red are my enemies. As you can see, there are still more. Still some enemies left. Some in northern Germany, some in Scythia, in Caucasia, some in Africa, some in Arabia, and some in, well, in the Middle East. I mean, in Iran, Persia, yep. But I also have allies. Those that are in blue are my defensive or military allies, and one client state, which is Egypt. And, well, if you notice that I chose my allies pretty well, as you can see from here, I made an alliance with Artran in the what do you call Media Atropatene and Gireya. So this part, like they shut off the eastern path for my enemies to come through. I managed to consolidate my position here in Syria, in Lower Arabia, thanks to these guys blocking the enemies from here. And I also managed to build a block of lines with the Valkyrie and the Helveti, and these guys pretty much blocked any conflict I might have had with the barbarians in Gaul. And meanwhile, I used that opportunity to expand to here in Germania, and then I conquered these guys. All thanks to these guys, because, well, they helped me to keep the conflict as low as possible. Yeah, and of course, these Galati had made my conquest of Spain, Iberia, easy, because these guys control a lot of settlements, but they become my allies, so I could do this, you know, cherry picking settlement captures without fail. And, well, if we talk about the campaign, like on as to which factions gave me the most amount of trouble, I would say the Seleucids. The buggers in Seleucids and their satrapies were, well, they took like all of this area from Nabatea to Transoxania, and they spammed me with armies and agents. Holy cow, as you can see, there's tons of agents here. Tons of agents trying to spam the crap out of me every time. As you can see here, Partawa, every time they slowed, poisoned my army, destroyed my structure so I couldn't build my cultural buildings to convert the populace, blah blah blah. But then I managed to recruit my own agents and convert some of the enemies. As you can see, I converted a few diplomats. And, well, after that, things became a little bit better, because my own agents had cancelled off the enemy agent actions well enough. Yeah, as you can see, certain recently my recent conquest hasn't been fully upgraded yet. Anyway, so that's how it happened, guys. Well, that's pretty much how it happened. And they really gave me a lot of trouble. Of course, when I was fighting against these Celtic tribes, they gave me a lot of trouble. Some of them gave me a lot of trouble. I remember when I tried to capture Belgica. Which settlement was it? This Nemetocena. The enemy had 5 or 6 oathsworns in an army, and they murdered my Thurio spears. Those Thurio spears took all of Germania, but they fell before the Oathsworns. Those Oathsworns were nasty, I tell you. Aside from them, there wasn't really that much of a challenge. For example, the whole of Ethiopia was controlled by Axum, but Axum, the troops wielded by Axum were of so low quality that my mobs managed to beat them off. So, yeah, that's that. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed my Epirus campaign, and I hope you guys appreciated how I managed to finish it, even if I did not record all of it, but I did manage to finish it. And I also am very grateful for you guys for your comments on pointers to how to make the game more coherent and easier to understand for me, and get all those tips you gave me on how to develop your early cities. Those were most appreciated. Yeah, one funny thing I used to have was a food supply problem. I built tons of ports, harbors, and upgraded tons of cities without taking count of food, and once I had negative food for a while, and that really gave me a scare. Now, as you can see, the food is 170 because I was so scared of that. So see, as you can see, I built Traveler's Lodge and farm and fishmongers to stave off hunger, and well, you know, I never was hungry again. No sir, no sir, I learned my lesson. Yep, I didn't really invest in fleets. Only fleets I invested was in these fire potieres, because these guys are pretty good in auto-resolve. They got good odds of winning in auto-resolve. That's why I picked them. I usually auto-resolve my fleet battles. Because otherwise it's so stupid. I lose my generals when they ram. I don't know, it's just units are so easily lost in oh, that's a slum. Let me just destroy that. Okay, yeah, that's how I did it. And yeah. So well, any last words that I want to tell you guys? Any parting words? Well, of course, I will also be, as a bonus to you guys, I will soon be, right after this, I will soon be posting my next Let's Play campaign faction sneak peek. Let's see, Iconium, Mazaka. Iconium and Mazaka. Which one, where should I build? Iconium, Mazaka. They're pretty even in terms of profit, so yeah, I like Iconium. So there we go. Homestead, please. Alright, so that's you guys should look forward to that. It's a cav heavy faction. Anyway, I believe it's going to be a big challenge. I'm going to play that Let's Play in Legendary mode because I need a challenge. Epirus was quite a challenge, believe me. Oh, believe me, Epirus was quite a challenge, especially in the beginning. And bear in mind, guys, this is only on normal mode. I shudder to think what would have happened if I played Epirus on Legendary. But now, after I played Epirus, I understood many of Total War's mechanics, and well, I'm confident that I can play Legendary as a different faction. I will choose a challenging faction, so do not worry about that. It's gonna be full of action-packed episodes. And also, yes, I completely forgot. I will also later do a separate video about my thoughts on Rome 2 after I finished playing this I mean, I play 120 turns, and I have some idea about just how does Rome 2 fare, and my thoughts on it. And well, I do not know whether you'll agree with me on those issues, but well, it's just my personal opinion, so just take it like that, I suppose. Anyway, it was a fun ride, Epirus campaign, and I have to say time and again that I really appreciate you guys for sticking with me, and well, unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye to this campaign, and don't worry, there's always the next one. So until then, just stick around and be cool, I suppose. I'm really bad at partying, ain't I?